Hey guys, so I wanted to do an update on the Ultimate-NAG52 project and where we are with the new board designs. So I first of all thought we'd go over some of the older board designs to kind of figure out why I'm where I am now. So this is version 1 of the 2.0 board, and this was when we were conceptually thinking about maybe having an ESP32 or like a Pro variant which has the automotive SAMI processor. Now, this was obviously a short-lived design, just testing for prototyping, testing the Infineon driver IC, which is down there. And it went well, and then that eventually led to the iteration of version 2, which completely got rid of the ESP32, so we decided that then we're no longer dealing with that chip, and instead we have the PIC32, or SAMI54, 128-pin variant. Now what you'll notice is quite a bit changed on this board in terms of layout and stuff, but functionally it was pretty much the same between the previous version. Then that brings me to version 3, which was just a very minor tweak to the traces layout. So this was again like last year we designed this, and this was the board that I was writing most of the firmware on, because for the longest time we had this version. Now, since I last made my last video on this project, we've come through 2 more board designs, which changed quite a bit. So firstly, already with the board like this, it's pretty much not hand assemblable. Like, it's way too many parts. So I figured I'll just commit to that idea that there's no way that you could assemble this by yourself, and shrunk the parts down to 0402 and added quite a bit more useful features. You can see, for instance, the MOSFETs also changed, these flat packaged ones, because they save some space. So this was about putting more stuff on the board but saving space. One big addition is up here, the ideal diode controller, which does reverse voltage protection, so you can now perfectly connect the TCU backwards to power for whatever reason, and nothing would happen. This was one thing that we had a problem with on the 1.3 boards, whereby most of the board would survive reverse voltage, but not all of it. And then this also added some more GPIO, some like general purpose inputs. And then that leads me to the last revision, which is what I've received today, which changes it a little bit further. So now we have ESD diodes on every single input. I'm just trying to commit to like the most durable board now. So we've got ESD diodes everywhere, reverse voltage protection, but also down here the GPIO logic has changed such that it can accept either 0 to 5 volts or 0 to 12 volts, or more like 0 to 15 volts inputs, and it's configurable, so you can change the range of which the inputs are on. Whether it's 0 to 5 or 0 to 12, just by enabling one of the NPN transistors there, which I will do via software. I mean, this board is pretty much the final design in terms of functionality. I'm not planning to change the design any further. The only thing that needs to be changed is the orientation of one BJT P-channel MOSFET, which for some reason KiCad got the footprint wrong for, so that's pretty much it in terms of the design. And I have that TCU now running here. Seems to be working really well, and as you can see, I've now switched to PIC32 series, which is essentially a microchip refresh of the SAMI54. Like, functionally it's exactly the same. I'm very happy with this board, and that then leaves me to one more thing, which is that whilst I've been doing all this design, obviously I've learned so much about electronics design. So then I figured, why don't I go back and modify the old 1.3 board, because this board is pretty much going to be like only I sell it. There's no design files online, but like the schematics will still be available if you want to do some probing yourself, but I just won't publish the design files for it. Whereas the 1.3 boards, I still want to, but ultimately I designed this in 2022. It's been many years since then, and I figured we could do a better job at the functionality of this board. And also, obviously, we've got the torque converters Zener circuit on this board, which, you know, it's a nice little add-on, but at the end of the day, I don't like the fact that this is an add-on. So that brings me to this board over here that I'm working on, which is a refresh of the 1.3 boards. So again, it's still 2-layer design. This is still using all 0603 parts so that you can assemble it yourself pretty much. But also over here, we have the addition of the torque converter Zener circuit on here, but the problem is that it still conflicts with the GPIO pin. So again, it's like optional. You have to switch using this pin header if you're using it for GPIO or the torque converter Zener. And then there's just these little pads that you have to cut to essentially get the board going with that. And the instructions are written on the back as well, which are very, very nice to say like how to activate the torque converter Zener mode. So yeah, this is just a nice little update. Regarding when these boards are going to be available, obviously I still don't quite know when the 2.0 boards are going to be ready, because that's still very much early progress. As for these refresh 1.3 boards, I plan to order a bunch of them next month, and then I will be doing a bunch of testing with it. So obviously driving around for at least like 3 or 4 months, because I do lots of driving, so I want to make sure everything's working perfectly on this board. The main thing is that it's software compatible with the current code base for the 1.3 board, so I will be doing no changes to the code. It should just be plug in, upload the same code, and it works perfectly. That's the idea of these boards. And then yeah, once that's done, hopefully by the end of summer, then I can release these boards to replace the existing 1.3. So yeah, but software-wise, there's been a lot of changes, obviously, for the shifting, etc., for the 1.3 boards. Maybe I'll actually do a video shortly going for another test drive, because it's been a while since we've done that. But yeah, I thought I'd just give you guys an update on how this has been going. So look forward to seeing you in the next one, and I think we will do a drive test. So goodbye for now.